welcome back to the Wrestling Bubble. In this video, we're going to talk about the builds for WWE Backlash and AEW Double or Nothing. So, so far we have a few matches on Backlash, but I think they may be adding one more match to that card. And we also know a few matches on the AEW Double or Nothing pay-per-view card. So we'll go ahead and start with Backlash. Things that we like about the build and things that we don't like about the build. So the first match is the Intercontinental Championship. Dominic Mysterio versus Penta.
No build. Not enough to build a story. And honestly, I hope Penta does not take the belt off of Dominic.
Why?
Because it's like the same old same old. You sign someone, they win a couple matches, they lose like 2 or 3 matches. Then you put a belt on someone who basically got the crowd awake when they won the belt at WrestleMania, Dominic Mysterio, just to make Penta win. Like, granted, Penta has fans, but I feel like it's too soon. There's really haven't been a decent storyline between him and the Judgment Day. Because right now, the only decent storyline we have is Finn Balor and Dominic Mysterio.
Yeah, I mean, when it comes to the Judgment Day, they're always really just fighting amongst each other, and their opponents are usually just kind of like bystanders. You know, it's like they're always bickering, and they trust each other, but they don't trust each other. I got your back, but you really don't have my back.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I think this match is less about Penta and more about Finn Balor and Dominic Mysterio.
And
Like,
I
what's going to
hope
happen with that?
they don't do something like what he did with Damian Priest. Like, give us a shock. Like, let's say make Dominic win this Saturday. You know, give him a couple wins or losses, whatever. And then possibly make Finn Balor take the belt off it. Or Sheamus is back. Probably finally give Sheamus the first time winning Intercontinental Championship.
Yeah, but as far as at the pay-per-view, who do you see winning? Like,
I hope it's Dominic.
yeah, I think Dominic retains.
And I hope, not trying to say the Mr. Dominic fan base, but regardless, he has fans regardless now. Finn Balor screws Penta because he wants to be the one to take it off of Dominic.
I think something like that's going to happen where Finn interferes. Dominic never asked him to.
Right. Something
And
like that.
I thought you knew the plan, whatever, like where they're all never on the same page and it's just going to come to blows, something like that. Because I think Dominic is going to want to be a real champion.
Yeah. It's like he wants to, but at the same time, he's like, it's a lot. Because remember on Monday, he's like, gosh, I have Penta, I have AJ Styles. Man, there's so much that a champion has to,
He wanted to go on vacation,
right? With Liv Morgan.
Yeah.
But they shut that down.
All right, so another match we have, and I'm probably looking forward to this match more than the last match. The United States Championship match between Jacob Fatu, the champion, Drew McIntyre, LA Knight, and Damian Priest.
I'm actually looking forward to this match more than any other matches, and I also was looking forward to the Penta match. But the Fatal 4-Way to me is going to be actually more interesting. I feel like it's going to draw the crowd more because you have Jacob Fatu who does like these incredible moves for his size. Same with Drew McIntyre, and Damian Priest has got a little comfortable in the ring also. And LA Knight, let's be honest, the crowd loves him.
Yeah. Yeah, they do. And yeah, Damian Priest is an afterthought. Like, I want to like Damian Priest, right? But he has that same problem that I have with Hangman Adam Page. I can't take him serious.
Nah, because what they call him now, the Punisher?
I guess. I mean, but if you got to name yourself all that kind of stuff, then it's like, are you really a Punisher?
Right.
Like when Stone Cold got the name like the Rattlesnake or the Toughest SOB, etc., people were giving him those names. It's not like he just came out and said, I'm the Rattlesnake. That was JR and other people calling him that, and it just stuck. And of course Stone Cold said he was the toughest SOB in the WWE, whatever. So, I mean, that's just him talking trash, but it was also true at the same time. With Damian Priest, man, it's like he's still trying to figure out who he wants to be.
Yeah, because it's like he goes for this rock star to Punisher to street rat. It's like, dude, who are you?
Yeah, he might still have those dual personalities that he had when Vince was still there. You remember
Yes,
that?
it's oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
that was so corny. I can't like the fact that he even went through with that gimmick. But Drew McIntyre, he's gonna take an L. I mean, he's got nothing going on.
For right now,
Nothing
yeah,
really.
yeah.
He's just in the match.
His job is just to give to help Damian Priest.
I mean, it's like, okay, what's another legit big guy that we could find to throw in this match?
Right.
So obviously, him and Damian Priest, they have their issues. Uh, Jacob Fatu and LA Knight have their issues, and that's how I see most of this match being paired away. You got Jacob and LA Knight are probably gonna fight each other most of the time. And you're gonna have Drew McIntyre and Damian Priest fight each other most of the time. I see Damian or Drew taking the pin.
I see LA Knight or Damian.
I got Drew. He's been taking a bunch of L's.
No, he won the WrestleMania.
Yeah, but I mean, it's like, okay, it was against Damian Priest.
Yeah, but also remember I think this is the year Drew is going to get his wins back. Let's say John Cena retires the belt and they make a new belt. I'm pretty sure Damian's going to be the first, not Damian. Drew's going to be the first one to win it.
Well, we'll see about that, but we know one thing. He ain't winning this match. Jacob Fatu for the win.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean. Next up, we got Gunther versus Pat McAfee.
Snooze fast. You can skip this.
Unless Gunther gives the beatdown of the decade, otherwise, what's the point?
Right now, I feel like this is a disgrace for Gunther. He, like I said previously, he has been undefeated when he was the Intercontinental Champion. Then he was, I wouldn't say he had a really decent ring when he was the world champion. Then he lost to the Jey Uso, who's stale also. And now he's fighting another mid-carder, actually probably lower than a mid-carder, Pat McAfee. It's like, dude, this is how you treat the person who's been carrying these titles on his back like 90% of the time?
Yeah, exactly. It's like they've been messing him up ever since they took away Imperium. They had the setup already. I mean, it was a layup. All you had to do was book him right. And it's like, okay, this guy went from like that super long reign with the Intercontinental Championship, right, to fighting an announcer.
Yes.
What are we doing? All this so that Pat McAfee can take some time off, because that's probably what's gonna happen. He's
that
probably
and just to get a little
again.
shine on WWE, just to rest. Because the last time he wrestled was against Adam Cole in NXT.
No.
Oh,
he
yeah,
wrestled at
WrestleMania. That
yeah.
remember, yes.
Because he had that big entrance. I don't remember who he wrestled, but he was there. I think Stone Cold gave him a Stone Cold Stunner,
yeah, but
it
wasn't against Stone Cold. I don't remember who he wrestled.
No, I'm just saying,
but
after the match, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But
the next match we have is the WWE World's Intercontinental Championship match. Lyra Valkyria, the champion, versus Becky Lynch. Don't care for it.
Lyra should win, and Bayley should interfere, and we can start Bayley versus Becky, which I also don't care about.
But
I just want them away from Lyra. Let Lyra.
No, I feel like Lyra should be part of it because hopefully Kiana James comes back.
Yeah, but who's gonna remember her?
That's the point. To give her something I mean, I'm not saying it's going to be a big story, but it's like, in order for fans to get behind someone and also hate someone, this is the perfect time for Kiana James to partner with Becky, and then Lyra partner with Bayley.
Yeah, but do you expect them to actually book something like that?
No.
Okay.
Well, we can hope the dream.
Yeah, the feud hasn't been much of anything. A couple promos, backstab, and here we are. And apparently, most people like Lyra on the mic in this feud over Becky.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. So I mean that's interesting
Yeah,
in
because
itself.
listening to a few of Becky's promos, I really haven't been drawn to them. It to me, it just feels like when the man comes, okay, we get it.
Look, I
It's
didn't
just
forget
stale.
how before she left, no reactions when she was coming out, no reactions when she was cutting promos. And I think the crowd is starting to remember, oh yeah, we didn't give a damn about Becky.
Right.
And here we are. You know, that's why it seems like Lyra's cooking her on the mic, but she ain't really saying much. I mean, that's low hanging fruit. I'm not impressed by the promos between both of them, really. And the fact that I'm not even excited to see this match, I mean, that tells the story. It's all about the build up. And if you don't have me invested in this match, then obviously you weren't doing your job.
No, and remember, Backlash is actually this Saturday,
Yeah.
and still not interested.
Jeez, like let's just throw some matches on the card.
Speaking of throwing matches on the card, we have the undisputed WWE Championship match: John Cena, the champion, versus Randy Orton.
I
Don't
think
care
we all
for it.
know John Cena's gonna win.
Yep.
I mean,
Randy's not
this
winning
the
15.
build up's been nothing. John Cena and Randy Orton won the ring one time? No, two times,
Two
right?
times. Three, maybe. Because the first time
Well,
he
he
RKO'd him.
RKO'd
Yeah.
him, and then Cena ended up beating down Randy, right?
I don't know. It really hasn't
It's
really been.
forgettable.
Yeah, it hasn't really been a build
I
or
mean,
nothing.
well, we got Randy Orton cutting a promo where his face turns red and he's spitting all over the place, and it's just like, okay, buddy, but really, come on. There's nothing there. There's like they have history, obviously. They've been showing video packages of matches from their past and
Yeah.
whatever. I mean, but that was in the past. Like all of a sudden Randy wants to go for a world title just
Number
out of
15.
nowhere
Yeah.
just because John Cena has it.
Well, he actually been talking about getting number 15 before John Cena was coming back.
Yeah, but I mean, if this, all right, look, serious Randy Orton, Cody had the belt, he would have took it from Cody. Like he would have, we got him staring at the belt because they're supposed to be friends. But Legend Killer, like that Viper, Randy Orton, he'd take it. Look, if you happen to have the title, it's gonna be a bad day for you because he was ruthless.
Yeah.
We got soft Randy Orton right now.
Yeah, I'm not feeling babyface Randy Orton.
Which is exactly why he ain't winning that belt. John Cena to retain at Backlash. It'll be a match. I don't think it'll be all that. There'll be more theatrics in this match.
Yeah, because remember, we're back in the day. That was when Randy was still in his prime. John Cena was still in his prime a little bit. Now we're in 2025. Both dudes are pretty much older.
Yeah. There's one match that I would like to see added to this card. Well, two matches actually, but I know they're gonna stick to like 4 to 5 matches on it. But I would love to see Jade and Naomi one more time. And I want Naomi to take the win because Naomi has been putting in the best character work out of anybody besides Chad Gable with El Grande Americano. And I would like to see Nia Jax versus Tiffany Stratton for the Women's World Championship.
Nah.
Yeah.
Probably not right now.
I need to see it so they could just move past it.
Oh, then yeah.
Yeah, because there's.
But then it's like move past it, but who's Tiffany? Well,
Tiffany's
I know
got plenty of
Jay's trying
options.
to tangle her way in, and then Naomi is trying to tangle her way in. But I feel like that's going to be, I think they're going to go for it, but it's going to be also on pause because then Bianca is going to tangle her way in with Jade and Naomi. But I hope when Bianca comes back, she goes on Naomi's side because Bianca at this point, love her, but she's stale.
She's stale, and honestly, I really wanted her to be more entangled in that Naomi Jade storyline, and hopefully we circle back around to that now that WrestleMania's over and all that happened. But remember, she's got that, like a thumb injury or something?
Mm-hmm.
So that might have held up the direction that she was going in after WrestleMania. So we'll have to wait and see on that. But yeah, that's the match card for WWE Backlash 2025 so far.
And moving on to Double or Nothing, which so far they only have 2 different matches. The first one we could start off is Mercedes Moné versus Jamie Hayter at the Owen Hart Foundation.
Yeah, this will be the culminating match for the tournament for the women's side. And the winner gets an AEW Women's World Championship match at All In Texas. This is basically AEW's WrestleMania. So I'm actually looking forward to this match. This is like some of the best of AEW's women's division. Like we got to see Toni Storm and Mariah May for like what, a year, 2 years, and it was awesome, right? This is another matchup that would be really good. This will be like a really good long-term rivalry. You know, they don't have to like do it for a year or two straight, but like they definitely need to face off more than once. And I would love to see what kind of stories they could tell with these two because they're both alphas. They're both great in the ring, big personalities. So I'm looking forward to this match. I got Jamie Hayter winning this match because Athena still has some business
I hope so.
with Mercedes
Because
Moné.
even though we haven't really heard about them talking about Athena lately, I do hope they revisit Athena versus Mercedes. And let's say even if Mercedes does win the Owen Hart, I hope Athena costs her a title.
Yeah, so do I.
Because
I
I
think
feel like Toni Storm versus Mercedes would be a good match for some reason. But towards the end of the match, I hope Athena comes out and costs her the title.
yeah, I like now. Although that would be a good match, Mercedes versus Toni Storm. I think Jamie Hayter versus Toni
Would
Storm
be
would
good
be
too.
better.
Yeah.
I think it'll be better because there's like there's a lot of history between them, and I almost feel like it's Jamie Hayter's long story of she lost the belt because of her injury,
Right.
and she's had a long road to recovery and an even longer road to get back to world title contention. And when she goes on to win this tournament, I think we finally get prime Jamie Hayter back in AEW because it's been a long time since we've seen Jamie Hayter booked this strong in AEW. And although she has like a different look, Mercedes Moné has referenced it a few times, a Scooby Doo character.
I mean, everybody on the internet been referencing
She looks
it.
like she's from that '70s show. The red hair in general, like no, like when she came back, it was like, oh god, we're doing this Becky Lynch look again, huh?
Yeah.
We need the blonde with the little bit of hint of black in it. Okay, we need that look again, please. But regardless, Jamie's been looking really good in the ring lately, especially with the win over Chris Statlander.
Yeah, I mean, fans been talking like since Jamie been back, she hasn't been booked properly and stuff. So you have to give it a TK that he seems like he been listening a little bit to now. Jamie Hayter is one of the finalists against Mercedes Moné, and unfortunately, we don't know if she's gonna beat Mercedes Moné. And if she does, it will be most likely interference, which will also protect both of them, especially Mercedes, because she been undefeated since she been at AEW. So we'll see what happens after that.
I really feel like that match and this little feud that they've started is kind of adjusted. It's like setting the tone for the women's division for 2025 going forward.
Because the women's division to me is still.
Well, it all depends on how Tony books it. Right. And just to let you guys know, we will be putting out a video about our thoughts on AEW's women's division and how it's been booked and how it should be booked. So just look out for that. That'll be coming soon. The next match for Double or Nothing, we have the Owen Hart Foundation Men's Tournament Final. The winner gets an AEW World Championship match at All In Texas. And this match is between Will Ospreay and Hangman Adam Page. Your thoughts?
Will Ospreay is gonna win. Granted, we all been screaming for Hangman to get a title shot. We've been screaming for Hangman to finally win the belt. But after him cutting that promo about Swerve and other people on Wednesday, I won't be surprised if he gets a screw job for someone. I do hope Will Ospreay lose just for something different, because I feel like it is time for Heyman to take the belt off of Jon Moxley. We're all tired of seeing Jon Moxley walking around like he's a champion, because we all know Samoa Joe's not winning.
Yo, you want to know what I want to see? I just thought about this. Just that little interaction between MJF and Will Ospreay on Dynamite.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
I
and then
feel
you have
like
MJF still trying to prove himself to the Hurt Syndicate, right?
screw Will Ospreay.
Yes, we get the MJF screw job of the century, right? And Hangman goes on to challenge, because I really don't see Samoa Joe taking the belt off
No.
of Jon Moxley
That's
at
just
their
a work.
cage match that's
Right.
coming up. I see Hangman Adam Page and Jon Moxley going at it one more time. I think their last match, was it the that Texas death match that they had?
I believe
Oh
so.
my god, that was a great match. And I mean, these are two guys that are not afraid to get brutal in the ring and just beat their opponent down. Like that would be such a good match. And I feel like we could have MJF versus Will Ospreay at All In.
Yeah, if he screws him first, like screw him
Yeah,
for the winning
that's what
the
I'm
Owen
saying.
Hart.
That's how we would get there for that, and finally get MJF in something serious again. And mind you, I'm sure he's still gonna have the Hurt Syndicate to deal with as well. I mean, I just hope they go in that direction with Will Ospreay, and that, also MJF, because it's like, okay, although he's wrapped up in this Hurt Syndicate stuff, I really hope that they kind of pivot, like with MJF a little bit, and still kind of still be that scumbag that you have to deal with at the end of the day. You know what I mean? Because like
Yeah.
if he's just over here with the Hurt Syndicate, just trying to go through hurdles and whatever just to get into the group, then he's just gonna be distracted, and he's not involved whatsoever with the men's division at all. And I think it's a healthier men's division when MJF is climbing at the top of the mountain, trying to knock somebody else off. And I feel like the competition is so much better when it's like that.
I agree. I do hope that does happen. The MJF, screw over Will Ospreay, because I would like to see MJF versus Will Ospreay again and All In. When they first wrestled was at Wibbly, and to me it was a really great match. And remind you, MJF, if I'm not mistaken, did lost his belt to Garcia because of Will Ospreay.
Right.
So it's like payback.
Well, so far, those are the only two matches that have been announced on AEW Double or Nothing. So we'll have to wait and see what other matches are added to that.
Yeah, because we do have till May 25th. So I'm pretty sure he's going to add a few more matches.
Oh, I mean, it's probably going to end up with like 14 matches on that card.
Oh, gosh.
A 6-hour pay-per-view. Here we come. All right, so let us know your thoughts down below in the comment section. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. We want to know if you feel like these builds for these two pay-per-views have been good. Have they been kind of subpar? Let us know your thoughts. All right, that'll do it for the Wrestling Bubble. Hope you enjoyed the video.
And once again, thank you for tuning in.